Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're in Ohio and you're struggling to get a payday loan, I'm going to tell you some of the easiest places that you'll have the highest chance of approval when you have bad credit and the banks don't want to work with you. Now, the first one is Advanced Financial 24/7. All right. And so, as you can see here, you guys in Ohio, you're on the list. So what they do, they offer a line of credit. This is even better than a loan. And this here line of credit, it goes up to $4,000. And let me tell you why this line of credit is better than a loan. Because they only charge you on the money you actually use. So if they approve you for $4,000 and you only use $2,500 of that $4,000, they only charge you interest on that amount. That's the reason that I like them because they do not charge you. Say that they gave you a $4,000 loan, you would have to pay the whole amount of interest on the whole loan. All right. So that's the reason that I like this here institution. Now, the next one is Viva Payday Loans. Now, Viva Payday Loans is not a lender. They are a platform, okay? And as you can see here, their loans go anywhere from 100 up to $5,000, right? And the thing about it, you can see that their average interest rates is usually comparable to like a credit union or bank. Now, here's the thing about it. What's sad is that you can be banking with an institution or a credit union for a long time, right? And then when you get in a jam, they are not able to help you. It may be because you may have an 800 credit score, but you may have too much open revolving debt. Okay. So if you have too much debt over 55 to 60%, then they don't want to work with you. So that's the reason that I try to point out these here type of lenders. They're third party lenders. And the good part about it, these lenders do not put a hard pull on your credit, so you can do a pre-approval in order to qualify for them. Now, one of the things I always tell you guys, if you're working a job, go to your HR, get this here form, fill this form out. This here is the W-4 form. This is going to allow you to file exempt. Okay, and so by it allowing you to file exempt, what that means is that they'll stop taking federal taxes out of your check. That way you bring home more money. Then that way you may not have to borrow these high interest rate loans. Okay. Now these high interest rate loan lenders, they do use third party credit bureaus. They don't use major credit bureaus to check to see if you're in a bankruptcy. Make sure that the information is right. Make sure you're not doing any type of scamming. And I'll talk about those in a minute. Now, you have another lender. This is Big Buck Loans. They are also a platform. Now, as you can see, they offer loans in Ohio and they go from 100 up to 5,000. All FICO scores are welcome. Okay? So, here's the thing about it with a lot of these type of lenders, long as you're making at least $1,000 a month after taxes, so you can be on disability, you can be on welfare. Okay, you can have other government subsidies. All right, long as you have $1,000 after taxes, they're willing to work with you. Okay, so that's the reason why these here lenders are like some of your easier lenders. Now, again, the interest rates are definitely much higher than the traditional banks and credit unions, but at the same time, they're more flexible and willing to work with you. All right. Now, talking about some of these credit bureaus, these here third party lenders they use like Teletrack, which is owned by Equifax. And yes, you can get your report. And so basically, this here is your financial report. Okay, there's a difference between your regular credit report and your financial report. This tells them if you ever taken out a loan before, if you are currently in a bankruptcy, if you ever defaulted on a loan, this is the system that they actually use to look at it. All right. And also Clarity Services, which is owned by Experian. They do the same thing. And as you can see here, you can get your report. You can look at your financial credit score. You can do a fraud alert. You can do a security freeze. You can opt out and you can reach out to them if you want to dispute anything. And then there's another third party, and that's Data X. And they do the same thing as with Clarity and Teletrack. Okay. So they capture all that online information about you financially. Now, here's the thing I will tell you, the number one reason most people get denied these high interest rate loans has nothing to do with the credit. Okay. They're more likely you may have multiple loans out. All right. That's one thing. A second thing is that you may not be putting the same address on the application as in your financial credit file. So if those addresses are not matching up, then that's going to get you denied. Okay. So it has nothing really to do with the credit score. If you're making at least $1,000 after taxes, you have a high chance of approval. But if that address is not matching up with that financial credit bureau, that could get you denied. All right. That being said, Credit Fresh. Credit Fresh is another one of those institutions that offer a line of credit. Their lines of credit go from 500 up to 5,000. Okay, and again, like I said, I like the lines of credit because they give you the 5,000, but you don't use all of the 5,000. They only charge you on what you actually borrow. So that's a good position to be in. Your next lender is Rise Credit. Okay, and they loan from 500 up to 5,000. And remember I was telling you about those third-party credit bureaus? I'm going to show you that. Hold on. What I was saying about those third-party credit bureaus, like with Rise Credit, as you can see, they use Experian, TransUnion, okay, and they may report to specialty credit bureaus like Clarity and Teletrack. This is what's the most important. So if that address is not matching in those financial credit bureaus, this is what why you are getting denied. It has nothing to do with the credit report most of the time or the credit score. It's what's actually on your credit file that's stopping you from getting approved. All right. The next lender is Net Credit. Now, with Net Credit, they offer a line of credit as well for 4,500. But they also offer you this personal loan up to $10,000. All right. So if I were you, I would probably focus on again the line of credit because again, you're not paying any interest on the money you're not using. And with the lines of credit, you can use it, pay it down, and use it again, and you don't have to keep on reapplying. But with this here personal loan, you have to, if you pay it down, then you have to borrow it again. All right. So that's the reason that I tell you guys that I would look for lenders that offer the line of credit. Here's another one. This is Max Personal Loans. And as you can see, they go from 2,600 up to 5,000 and they do loan to Ohio. All right. So this is the thing about it. They are a tribal lender. Okay. So the interest rates on these loans are definitely going to be much higher than your banks and your credit unions. So you have to keep that in mind. But at the same time, because they are tribal lenders, they have more flexibility to work with you than your traditional bank or credit union. Okay, less red tape. For you guys that may have a paid off car that have some equity in it, you may want to also check out Yendo, okay? Because they will give you a line of credit up to $10,000. So even if you're paying on the car, but there's equity in the car, they will still give you a loan, okay? They will still give you a loan against that car, all right? So this is also an option for you. You guys that are in the gig economy or you're doing your side hustle and stuff, and you have bad credit, you may want to check out Giggle Finance. Okay, and as you can see here, they offer loans up to $5,000. And again, it's not about the personal credit to get you approved. Okay, they're looking at, have you been in the gig economy for at least 90 days? Do you make a minimum between $1,200 and $1,500 a month for those past 90 days? Okay, if you're able to show proof of that, they're willing to work with you. And I'll show you some of the institutions that they actually work with. They have app based freelancers. So you may be in this here arena. or you may have a small business, okay? So independent contractors, seller financing. So the seller financing I like again because you may be doing MLM, all right? And a lot of banks and credit unions, they don't work with people that do MLMs. However, these here merchant cash advance lenders, they will loan you money. So this may be an option for you in Ohio as well. And if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.